Csahiouni reaching out to everybody for a quick leadership and sales tip. A good best practice for generating new opportunities is to make sure that you're following the law of reciprocity. Reciprocity. So, what I mean by that is that you want to make sure that you're giving deposits first into any relationship, specifically something of value. So, if it's a client, for example, or a prospective client, you want to lead in with something that's either educational, something that's going to help them optimize their business, something that's going to give them awareness, whether that's operationally, sales, revenue, tools, systems, whatever the case may be. You want to go into that conversation giving something of value to that prospective client. When you do that, in return, they're going to be more likely to be receptive. They'll put their guard down, and you're better off in that position to try to get a meeting or to be able to therefore and thereafter pitch your product. So you always want to give first. This also works really well with vendor relationships. Vendors are oftentimes a really good source for new business or referrals. But in order to get referrals, the best way to do that is to give referrals. So if you have a vendor that you believe in, they sell a product, a service, a system, or a tool that maybe you even use at your business or that you would use, and you've gotten to know that vendor well, maybe you've seen their product or service in action and you stand behind it, then you should, whenever available, you come across a conversation that you're having with a client or another vendor or any person at all where you have the opportunity to kick them over a referral, you should proactively do that. Send them a referral without asking, right? Surprise them in the fact that you're sending them some new business. Do that one or two or three times to a specific referral, and then it makes taking a withdrawal or an ask from that referral to see who they may know that might be interested in your service or product. It makes asking for a referral very easy. There's almost a sense of obligation in that regard. So they're more likely to give you a result. And then do that over time. And you're also building credibility, both with clients as well as with your vendors. And then last but not least, use reciprocity when you're dealing with your team, employees or sales folks or operational folks. A really good thing to do is to be proactive in giving first without having the employee wait to ask for something from you. Sometimes that could be a bonus, right? An impromptu or discretionary sales incentive or bonus for doing a job well done. And it doesn't have to be huge, but doing it proactively, the act of being ahead of them in that regard, showing your thankfulness and your gratefulness for their hard work and work done well, goes a long way with building positive culture and relationships with employees and other members of the team. Maybe it's something like you're up for a annual pay review or performance review with an employee. You might be proactive. If they may be thinking in the back of their minds, well, hey, I've been doing really well for a really long period of time, and I think I deserve a pay raise. There's nothing better than being a leader and then providing an adequate pay raise in a proactive fashion and sitting down with an employee or a team member and saying, hey, we think you did really well. And I just want to let you know, we went ahead on our own accord and we went ahead and we increased your pay to X amount per year or whatever the case may be. It goes a long way. So the act of reciprocity, number one, it's just a good way to do business. You'll feel better about leading. Number two, it's going to create more opportunities. It's also going to take away the feeling of cold calling or cold asking for meetings or referrals away from that. You're going to feel a lot more confident going into conversations with prospective clients or vendors or whoever it may be, if you've already given something that's going to help their business in some regard, educationally, new business, maybe a strategic relationship, right? So keep that in mind as well. Last but not least, once again, take care of your team members. If you make more deposits proactively, right? You're going to get a better result. They're going to perform better. They're going to feel better. You're going to have a positive culture rather than a toxic culture. And things are just going to move in a much more effective manner. So take that tip, put it into play right away, and you'll see an immediate impact on your results. Thanks a lot and have a great day.